Welcome back to Okaloosa Today. I'm Doug Rayner, and we're joined again with the City of Destin's City Manager, Maryann Ustick. Again, thank you so much for being here. Great first segment about you. I learned a lot. I think our viewers will really enjoy that too. Our plan for this segment is to take a look at the FY12 projects that we have looked at, that we referenced a little bit with our visioning session, and kind of walk through those, nothing really in detail, but just your outlook on those things and where the city is moving in the future. And one of the first things that comes to mind is our multimodal plan, our pathways plan to maybe alleviate some congestion on the roads that we have. You know, we're 7.7 square miles with a lot of people here with cars. What are some of your thoughts on our pathways plan and our multimodal outlook?
Well, let me just mention too that as I've come here and I've gone out and met with the community members, well, the council obviously and the staff, and I have a whole long list of community members to meet with. And
yeah,
for those that I haven't, and I'm about to ask, guys, for those that I haven't, I will definitely get to you. But I'm learning a lot, and obviously, traffic is a huge issue for the community. It actually was years ago, and it still is, and it probably always will be. And it's a symptom sometimes of good times, so that's a good thing. But it definitely has an impact on the community, and I think that as part of its vision, the council and staff and community have done a really good job of coming up with some ways to address that don't necessarily involve widening roads,
right,
and which is the traditional way to do that. And so the multimodal concept of having encouraging more pedestrian and bicycle use by widening pathways and sidewalks and making them more inviting with street furniture and those kinds of things is really exciting. And that's one thing as a newcomer to the city and as a visitor during the interview process, I was amazed to see what's north of 98 in terms of what the city has done to encourage people to drive through in a more traffic calming way and bike and what have you. So the more that we can encourage people to bike and walk, the less traffic that we will have on 98. So it's very exciting for the city. It also enhances the quality of life.
And there's some public safety involved with that too. We're looking to expand our public safety. We've got a lot of people here walking the streets and trying to move around. Less cars on the street will definitely help that, and then possibly some pedestrian access points on Highway 98 where we can create some safety barriers to move people around our city will help too.
We are definitely looking at that. That's going to be challenging, but I think that we need to look at specific locations where that makes sense, and then kind of ties into the overall plan for the city.
Okay. Well, let's touch on one that's a big topic. Okay. Right now, it's very top of mind, is the Noriega Point stabilization. I know that's not everybody's favorite topic, but it's something that the city is really looking to do, get moving. I know we've had a blue ribbon panel talking about this. We're having research done. We are moving through a very rigorous process to save our Noriega Point, harden the point, and help our harbor.
I mean, that's correct. Actually, my first day on the job, there was a special council meeting on Noriega Point. So I was out walking the point the day before I started to try to learn as much as I can about it, going around visiting people, trying to get the history and the context. It is critical to the city. There's no question. The harbor is our jewel, and we need to protect it, and we need to protect our fishing and charter boat industry. So it's something the city is working very diligently on. I think ultimately in the next couple of weeks we'll have a final plan for that, but it is absolutely critical to the city. And we as everyone's probably seen in the press, we've done some emergency dredging, but we do have to come up with a long-term solution, and we're working on that, and I'm confident we'll get there.
Yeah, and we're thinking that 2012 is going to hold a lot of changes for that. We're going to see some real progress in that area.
Absolutely. There's funding opportunities that are out there, but in order to take advantage of them, we have to have a plan, and we have to be shovel ready in order to take advantage of that. So we're moving in that direction fast.
All right, that's top of mind for our mayor and council. They're really looking to get that pushed through.
Absolutely.
Quickly, just a couple of other things that we have. Of course, we talked about public safety, multimodal, some transit stops that might be going in the next, maybe 3 transit stops in the next 6 months to 12 months that'll alleviate some of that congestion also.
Right, I mean, multimodal, it means not basically every type of transportation, so obviously transit is critical too. And in the heat of the summer and in the rain, it's really important to have shelters which will encourage use of transit. So we think this is pretty exciting, and we'll be doing, as you just said, 3 next year and 3 the following year, really critical points for our city.
Lightening up a little bit, the dog park, the Destin dog park. You know, that's something that I know you saw
My
right
favorite.
when we got started. A lot of things going on with that. They are reaching an end, or at least an opening for that park, and we'll see that in the next several months. You have dogs, don't you?
I do. Actually, it's really exciting to me for two reasons. One, personally, because I have shelter dogs, and they like to run off leash, I have to admit, and so I'm really looking forward to that for them. And they have lots of energy. But then also, I was really impressed by the project. At the community reception that they had for the candidates, I got to meet a lot of people that were involved in this, and the fact that they were able to raise half the funding for this is a community partnership that's just unequaled. And I hope to see more projects like that, especially in times when there's not many resources. It's pretty exciting. In addition, for being good for the dogs, it's also really good for residents. It's a place for them to come together and socialize, and I plan on being among them.
Well, good. And I think that was one of the first real big community or public-private partnerships that the city has had, and it really paid off. It shows what a group of motivated citizens can do, and you know, creating the right approach, working with our committee system, it just worked out very well.
It's a model.
It really is.
It is a model, and I hope we can do many more.
I know we have something to look up to when we start that process again. Any other projects you might want to hit on? We have just a minute left if you want to throw one out there.
You know, I think that we mentioned Noriega Point, but obviously the harbor is really critical to the city. Again, it's our jewel. It's part of our identity, and we do have the harbor boardwalk project, which is really exciting, and the potential for a city park there that'll be kind of a festival place, and tied into that is a parking lot, and hopefully we think sometime later in the future a parking garage that will help bring people to this festival marketplace. But we do have a boardwalk, and council just approved the easement agreements, which I understand was a very tedious process, and we're moving forward now with hoping to construct that boardwalk this year, and I'm very excited about that. It's going to be great for the city.
That's excellent, and you certainly have your work cut out for you, by the way, but we're looking forward to you leading us through those projects and through the process over the next many years, hopefully.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so much for being my guest today. I think our audience is going to really enjoy seeing this.
Doug is among the outstanding staff of the city of Destin, and so just with people like you, we're going to be very successful. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that very much, and I want to thank you all for watching today. There's a lot of things going on over the next couple of months in Destin, the Christmas parade, craft fairs, and things like that. Fisherman's Swap at the Destin Community Center. Please check our website, cityofdestin.com. You can call City Hall, 837-4242. Call our community center or library for all the great things going on. We appreciate you watching our show, and stay tuned for Ted Corcoran giving updates on the city of Fort Walton Beach. See you next time.